Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. Hope you must all be fine and safe at the home. As you know that 9 December is celebrated as World's Environment Day. So why we deal with that day and what are the purposes to celebrate this day? I will let you know some of the facts that about the World Environment Day and about the environment. So here is Imran Ali, and let's start our today's lecture about World Environment Day 2020. 7 billion dreams, one planet. Consume with care. 7 billion dreams means the number of people living on this planet, and one planet is only we have where the life exists, and we should consume its resources carefully. So, environment. It is basically collection of factors like physical, chemical, biological, economical, political and social. These all factors compose an environment, a surrounding. So how we see the environment? Normally, environment is defined as the things surrounding us, and things which surround us, this means it make the human as a center. And anthropocentric view, the actual problem lies here. We never realize what is our part. यानी कि आप देखें कि सराउंडिंग में जो भी चीज़ें प्रेजेंट हैं उसको हम एनवायरनमेंट कंसीडर कर रहे हैं, तो सेंटर जो है वो हम हुए, लेकिन हम ये नहीं जान पा रहे, हम ये नहीं रियलाइज़ कर रहे कि हाउ मच वी आर इन्वॉल्व्ड, हाउ मच वी आर पार्ट ऑफ दिस एनवायरनमेंट. So let's consider this chart that we as a center of environment or at the top of this pyramid showing the structure of environment like universe, earth, biodiversity, biomes, country, native environment, local biodiversity, then me, यानी कि आप हैं, आपके गिरदो नवा में जो हैं वो थिंग्स, प्लान लिविंग, नॉन लिविंग, प्लांट्स, वाटर, लाइफ, जो भी चीज़ें हैं वो आपको सराउंड कर रही हैं, हमारे जो है वो सराउंडिंग में प्रेजेंट है, ह्यूमन के सराउंडिंग में प्रेजेंट है. दैट इज़ व्हाट कॉल्ड एनवायरनमेंट. नाउ if we see other animals, that all other animals live in a place where they can, but we human have changed the environment as we move on. यानी कि आप अगर किसी भी एनिमल को देखें तो उसकी प्लेस ऑफ लिविंग जो है वो सेम है, या वेयर दे कैन फिट, दे डू नॉट चेंज दिस प्लेस वेयर एवर दे लिव और डू नॉट डिस्टर्ब द सराउंडिंग. बट वी ह्यूमन्स, we change according to our desires, and the main reason for this problem is like overpopulation, deforestation. overpopulation यानी कि आबादी का बढ़ जाना, ह्यूमन पॉपुलेशन का बढ़ जाना, डिफॉरेस्टेशन जंगलात का काटना, बायोडाइवर्सिटी लॉस, लाइफ का लॉस होना, डिफरेंट स्पीशीज़, डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ प्लांट्स, एनिमल्स का ख़त्म होना, फ्यूल क्राइसिस, एनर्जी क्राइसिस हम इसे कंसीडर कर सकते हैं. डिज़र्टिफिकेशन यानी कि हम ज़मीन को ख़राब करें, उसको हम जो है वो क्या करें, डिग्रेड करें. दिस इज़ व्हाट कॉल्ड डिज़र्टिफिकेशन. अर्बनाइजेशन यानी कि कच्ची आबादी से लोग जो है वो माइग्रेट करें टूवर्ड सिटीज़, टाउन्स. दिस इज़ व्हाट कॉल्ड अर्बनाइजेशन. डिस्पैरिटी, we make changes in our surrounding. Food crisis, water pollution, ozone hole, climate change, greenhouse effect and accidents. These are some of the current issues or the problems due to which environment is in danger because of us, and these all problems are created by the humans. So why we have to take care? So it is said that nature provide enough to satisfy every man's need but not every man's greed. यानी कि नेचर के पास इतना कुछ है कि हर एक जो है वो इंडिविजुअल की ज़रूरतें पूरी की जा सकती हैं, लेकिन हर एक की लालच को पूरा नहीं किया जा सकता. Since we get everything from the natural environment, at least for that we say that sake we have to protect it. देखिए हर चीज़ हम environment से ले रहे हैं, we are getting everything from the environment. तो जब जहाँ से हर चीज़ ली जाए तो उसकी केयर भी करनी पड़ती है. This is what that we should take care of about the environment. So now the World Environment Day. So World Environment Day, it's the United Nations principal vehicle for encouraging worldwide awareness and actions for the environment. It also serves as the People's Day for doing something positive for the environment, galvanizing individual actions into collective power that generate an exponential positive impact on the planet. यानी कि वर्ल्ड इन्वायरमेंट डे को हम सेलिब्रेट क्यों करते हैं? बेसिकली इट वाज इनॉग्रेटेड बाय वर्ल्ड यूनाइटेड नेशंस, और उनका जो मकसद था टू अवेयर द पीपल so that they protect their environment, so that conserve the environment. That was the main reason behind this day. Now 7 billion dreams, one planet, consume with care. The well-being of humanity, the environment and the functioning of the economy ultimately depend upon the responsible management of planet's natural resources. People are consuming far more natural resources than what the planet can sustainably provide. यानी कि हम यहाँ पे देखें ज़मीन पे, इस planet पे more than 7 billion people are living, और यहाँ पे जो population है it is increasing day by day. लेकिन जो रिसोर्सेस हैं अर्थ पे, जो हमारी यूज़फुल थिंग्स हैं, यूज़फुल रिसोर्सेस हैं, फूड है, एनर्जी है, वाटर है, वो लिमिटेड फॉर्म में है. अगरचे हम उसे केयरफुली यूज़ नहीं कर रहे, देन इट इज़ सॉर्ट ऑफ सम मिसमैनेजमेंट एंड विच कैन कॉज टू मच हार्म टू द प्लेनेट, टू अस. जैसा कि आप घर देख लें, घर के अंदर अगर हम फाइनेंशियली जो है वो सस्टेनेबली जो है वो मनी को यूज़ नहीं करेंगे तो वो वेस्ट हो जाएगी, और एक ऐसा वक्त आएगा कि हम जो है वो गरीब पड़ जाएंगे. तो इसी तरीके से अर्थ जो है, अर्थ पे प्रेजेंट जो रिसोर्सेस हैं वो भी लिमिटेड हैं. सो वी शुड यूज़ देम केयरफुली. नाउ by 2050, if current consumption and production pattern remain the same, and with a rising population expected to reach 9.6 billion, we will need 3 planets to sustain our ways of living and consumption. यानी कि up to 2050 अगर यही रेट हमारी जो है वो रिसोर्स कंजप्शन की चलती रही तो ह्यूमन पॉपुलेशन जो है इट वुड बी अबाउट 9.6 बिलियन, और हमें उनकी नीड्स को प्रोवाइड करने के लिए इस अर्थ जितने 3 फर्दर प्लैनेट्स जो हैं वो ज़रूर होंगे या ज़रूरत में होंगे टू लिव देयर एंड टू प्रोवाइड एवरी मैन इट्स नीड. सो कंज्यूमिंग विथ केयर मीन्स, what do you mean by this term? That human prosperity need not cost the earth. यानी कि ह्यूमन जो हैं उनको ज़मीन की कीमत जो है वो नहीं हो सकती फॉर देयर मीन्स के नीड्स, एंड लिविंग विद इन प्लानिटरी बाउंड्रीज टू इंश्योर अ हेल्दी फ्यूचर वेयर आवर ड्रीम्स कैन बी रियलाइज्ड. सो लिविंग सस्टेनेबली इज़ अबाउट डूइंग मोर बेटर विद द लेस, यानी कि कम रिसोर्सेज के साथ बेहतर जो है वो इस्तेमाल. It is about knowing that rising rates of natural resource use and the environmental impacts that occur are not a necessary byproduct of economic growth. यानी कि प्रेजेंट डे में जो नेचुरल रिसोर्सेस हैं उनके रेट्स के बढ़ने का रीज़न यही है कि वी आर यूजिंग दैम without any care, without any accountability. That's why our economy is not growing. So every action we do in that environment is countable. So World Environment Day is an opportunity for everyone to realize the responsibility to care for the earth and to become agent of the change. Although an individual decision may seem small in the face of global threats and trends, when billions of people join forces in common purpose, we can make a tremendous difference. And यूनाइटेड नेशन सेक्रेटरी जनरल बान की मून, यानी कि हम जो है वो कलेक्टिवली ना सही, अगर हर एक बंदा जो है वो इन्वायरमेंट की बेहतरी के लिए सोचे और उसे जो है वो सेफ़ रखने की कोशिश करे, तो 7 बिलियन पीपल इफ़ दे ट्राई टू डू दैट आवर इन्वायरमेंट वुड बी बेटर. तो इन्वायरमेंट जो है हमारा वो बेहतर हो जाएगा. अब इन्वायरमेंट पे रिसोर्सेज की अगर बात करें तो वाटर जो है उनमें इट इज़ वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट रिसोर्स. It is said that water is the elixir of the life and the most exploited natural resources, and even distribution is not even throughout the global. यानी कि ज़मीन पर हर जगह पे पानी जो है वो इक्वल फॉर्म में या इक्वल अमाउंट में प्रेजेंट नहीं है, और सबसे ज़्यादा एक्सप्लॉइट होने वाली चीज़ जो है वो हमारे पास पानी है. Water. Even though households are relatively low consumers of water, population growth and expanded water use have outweighed the effect of water saving technology and behavior. Less than 3% of the world's water is fresh, drinkable, of which 2.5% is frozen in the Antarctica, Arctic and glaciers, and humanity must therefore rely only on 0.5% for all of the man's ecosystem and freshwater needs. So, man is polluting water faster than the nature can recycle and purify water in rivers and lakes. More than 1 billion people still do not have access to fresh water. Excessive use of water contribute to the globe water stress. Water is free from nature, but the infrastructure needed to deliver it is expensive. Energy. Despite technological advances that have promoted energy efficiency gain, energy use in OECD countries will continue to grow another 35% by 2020. In developing countries, it will increase the demand of energy about 35%. Commercial and residential energy use is the second most rapidly growing area of global energy use after transport. So 32% increase in vehicle ownership is expected by 2020. At the same time, motor vehicle kilometers are projected to increase by 40%, and global air travel is projected to triple in the same period. Households consume about 29% of the global energy and consequently contribute to 21% of resultant carbon dioxide emission. The cost of renewable energy is increasingly competitive with that derived from fossil fuel. 1/5 of the world's final energy consumption in 2013 was from renewables. Globally, energy consumption grew most quick in the transport and service sectors, driven by rising passenger travel and freight transport, and rapid expansion in the service economy. Food. About 1.3 billion tons of food is wasted every year, while almost 1 billion people go undernourished and another 1 billion hungry. Overconsumption of food is detrimental to our health and environment. More than 1.5 billion people globally are overweight or obese due to taking excessive foods. Land degradation, declining soil fertility, unsustainable water use, overfishing, and marine environment degradation are all lessening the ability of natural resource base to supply food. The food sector account for around 30% of the world's total energy consumption and account for around 22% of total greenhouse gas emission. Increased consumption adversely affect food security. So increase in food prices, upsurge in production method that use more resource intensive food products. Resource intensive foods deplete the agroecological resource base, affecting its ability to produce plentiful food. What we can do for that? So before consuming anything, think twice whether it is necessary or not. Are we consuming it in excessive form? Are we wasting it? Use only judicious amount of natural resources. Wherever possible, reduce the use. We should take this step. Avoid the wastage and completely avoid one-time usage items. Before leaving a room, like switch off the fans and lights. Attend the pipe leaks immediately. Do not waste food. Avoid using plastic bags. Use public transport rather than your private transport, and plant more number of trees and take care of them. That was about the environment and the World Environmental Day. We discussed some of the points related with this day and how we can conserve our environment. Hope you understood it better. इंशाल्लाह ताला see you soon. और इस लेक्चर को ध्यान से सुने. And must you take share in conservation of environment and to protect it and to keep it healthy. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.